Good day, everyone, and welcome to the world of the International Fab Talks. Fab Talks is all about connecting with different professionals and entrepreneurs, the unsung heroes. It could be the common man of the entire world. Everyone are welcome to the International Fab Talks, and we'd love to celebrate their journey. We want to know their struggles and their achievements that they have achieved till date. How did they overcome all the different challenges? Every single individual on this earth faces a lot of challenges, but it's entirely up to us how we rise above all these challenges and create a beautiful space for ourselves and for others. Today, we have a wonderful celebrity and guest joining us all the way from Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. He's none other than Mr. SRINIVASAN Krishnaswamy. He's joining us to share his journey. He has been very, very innovative with his thoughts, wanting to create happiness in the lives of people, especially when you feel you have to travel from one place to another in a very unique way. Let's get to know what it is. Is it magical or is it something full of hard work and perseverance? Join us, friends, to welcome our celebrity and guest for today. He's none other than Mr. SRINIVASAN Krishnaswamy, lovingly called as Krish as well. Hello, sir, and welcome to the session. Thank you so much for being a part of our journey. Vanakkam and Nandri, thank you very much.
Thank you for inviting me for this wonderful show. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I go ahead and share your profile and we begin the session.
Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much for giving us the chance to connect with you, dear friends. You'd like to know more about our celebrity and guest. SRINIVASAN Krishnaswamy is the founder of Drop Taxi. It is an intercity, not only intercity, interstate taxi booking service that was started in the year 2014. The company is owned and operated by Sanveev Services Private Limited, which is based in Chennai, India. Now, there's a beautiful story behind this beautiful journey of wanting to create happiness when you travel. Especially every one of us would love to save a little money. Even if it is a 10 rupees that we save in our pockets, it's always a joy for the common man. And so sir is always with the common man. He has been in the field of pharma and pharmaceuticals, to put that right, and has more than 3 decades of experience. But then there was something new in his thought process. He wanted to be an entrepreneur, giving his very best with all the years of experience that he has had. Sir earlier worked as let me put that right. Krish sir has earlier worked in various roles like sales manager, general manager, branch manager, etc. Now, let me add further to sir's profile. As I told you, Krish sir is the founder of Drop Taxi, and this journey began in the year 2014. The company was started to address the main issue of paying two-way charges for a one-way drop trip. And there is the catch. That is why people prefer Drop Taxi, and many of them have given their positive feedback with the services from this beautiful company. Drop Taxi uses information and communication technologies to disrupt the conventional practice. Now, what is all of it? It's a secret that sir is going to decode for us today on the International Fab Talks. How the younger generation could draw inspiration. Not only the younger generation, the middle-aged and senior citizens also could take a leap with innovation and become entrepreneurs in their own unique way. Hello, sir, and welcome to the session. Thank you so much for being a part of our journey. I'm sure you're going to inspire each one of us as to how you've evolved in the right way till date. We would love you to define yourself in your own words. Many of the people out there would love to know who is the real SRINIVASAN Krishnaswamy. The real SRINIVASAN Krishnaswamy. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your very kind words. Drop Taxi as an idea was actually born out of a personal pain point. Exactly on June 27th, 2013, I was in Coimbatore. I had gone to Coimbatore from Chennai on official work. For some reason or the other, I had not booked my return journey back to Chennai from Coimbatore. And it was a Saturday. Suddenly, my parents called up. They live in Trichy. So suddenly, my mother called. Where are you? You come down. Tomorrow is Sunday. We have some work. After that, from here, you can get back to Chennai. Oh, it was around 3 o'clock after lunch, and I was searching for trains. There were no trains at that time from Coimbatore to Trichy. I thought, let me go comfortably. I was searching for these omnibuses or stuff like that. And there was no availability because it is a short distance, you know. It is only a 200-kilometer between Coimbatore and Trichy. Oh, there was no option. So we went to this bus stand, Singanallur bus stand, I and my colleague. And the typical, government bus ride, it takes around 5 hours. I thought I'll go quickly. I asked around and saw one taxi gentleman. I asked him, I want to go to Trichy. He said, yeah, we can go. Asked him, what is the fare? He said, sir, it is 9 rupees, I think, at that time, per kilometer. Oh, I thought, okay, 1,800 rupees. Is that 1,800? 200 into 9. He said, no, sir, I will come back empty. So you have to pay me for both up and down charges, which is 400 kilometers. I said, why? Because I'm only traveling for 200 kilometers. He said, yes, you're right. But then I have to come back without anybody. If you can get me a passenger there, I will charge you only one way. So I thought, okay, what he's saying is right. Ultimately, anyway, I travel by bus only, being a middle class person. So then this seat, it was, it was there in my mind, and it kind of consumed me for the next, let me say, 2 months, 3 months. And mind you, I'm not a technology person. That was the time when all this technology ecosystem was developing. Being a avid reader of the current happenings, I thought, why cannot we harness the communication and technology which is available to us, so that, we can give this service to customers like me by charging only one way. The only thing is, you can pay one way, you can give a customer a one-way charge. The trick is in giving the driver a return trip. The vehicle, the journey started, the company started moving. And after that, we got a couple of breakthroughs. Maybe it is all God's grace. Suddenly, sometime during the middle of 2014, the fuel prices came down drastically. So much so, the drivers started telling, sir, even if you don't underwrite our return kilometer, we are willing to take, a drop trip. Mind you, I am bootstrapped. I am not funded and I don't have deep pockets to, underwrite this forever. So that was kind of providence. And then from there, we took off. Then slowly we started advertising, and we started advertising in some of the magazines locally, and then Google advertised. Slowly it has, now it is almost a 10-year journey. Looking back, it has gone like a flash. So that's about, that is how the journey began and how it is today.
Yes, sir. Very interesting, sir. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you for sharing your personal experience as well. As you've mentioned that you were traveling from Coimbatore to Trichy and you were charged double the rate. Yes, it has happened many times with us as well. And
even today, this happens.
Yes. Pharma industry as well. Like you spent around about 3 decades over there. Would you like to share some
Actually, I started my career in pharma. That was for a period of 5 years. After that, I joined the petroleum industry. I wrote the competitive exam, all that, and then I joined IBP, which is now part of Indian Oil. I was in the petroleum industry for some time, for 5 years again. And then I came and I've been working in the lubricant industry, which is also part of the larger petroleum industry, automotive lubricants. In that industry, I have worked in different geographies of Andhra Pradesh and now Telangana. And I've been working for a Italian multinational brand for the past 17, 18 years, based out of Chennai, taking care of the entire South India. And this journey started in 2014. My wife was managing it, and then even now she is involved. And we are around 35 full-time employees who are working for Drop Taxi, in the call center, in supply, demand. the entire operations.
That's interesting, sir.
Most of my time was in the petroleum industry in my career. Though I learned my trade or learned my skills in the pharma. That is the foundation.
Yes, that's interesting. Very interesting. So, what has been the response of the people when you started this initiative, Drop Taxi? How was the response of the people around it, and how is it now?
There are, if you say people, I would put them into two broad categories. One is, of course, the customer who travels. The other set of people who are equally important are our driver partners. The driver partner also has to be making money. For example, I'll give you an example. If the general thing is, if a driver takes you, let us say, from Chennai to Bangalore, the market taxis, they charge you 12 rupees plus 12 rupees, 24 rupees. Okay, that is what they make on a two-way trip. Whereas in drop taxi, we charge 14 rupees per kilometer, but we charge only one way. But my driver partner, when he returns, he makes 14 plus 14. He makes 28 rupees. Instead of 24, he makes 28 rupees. And my customer pays only 14 rupees instead of 24 rupees. So it is a win-win. So the customers are quite happy. And increasingly, we are striving to make our driver partners also more and more happy. And if I make my driver partners more and more happy, and that is how, this balance will be there. And it will be a sustainable balance which will take us further forward. By the way, we have now served close to more than 2 lakh customers since inception. Many of them are repeat customers, and our new customers come through existing customers referral. So it is quite a rewarding and satisfying journey so far.
Wow, that's really interesting to know, and it's great, sir. I have a very sensitive question to ask you. If I may ask this in the benefit and for the benefit of the entire public. Now, when you employ these drivers, as you say, it should be a win-win situation, right? Customers are benefiting at the rate of 14 rupees, and as well as the drivers able to get his share as well, double the share, because he's doing his hard work. Now, what people will be really concerned before taking up any services from any travel agency or any of the organizations connected with travel, transport, etc. The background checks of the drivers, that is of main importance. The safety of the passenger or the customer is of prime importance. So do you all do, the background checks, police verification, etc.? Are these kind of drivers joined and connected with your organization?
From the beginning, we decided on one thing. We will only take owner come driver partners only on board. If I am the owner of a taxi and I myself, if I am driving it, I would be inherently responsible because I am the owner of the vehicle. So I will try to maintain the vehicle in a good condition and as a clean vehicle. Number two, if I'm rude or anything, we have definitely some rules. As you said, we do background checks, the police verification, all that. We generally ask them for a police verification certificate. We take that. We look at all the vehicle credentials thoroughly, whether the vehicle registration is in force, the insurance is current. If the insurance is expiring 1 month before, a reminder goes to them. And if the insurance date is nearby and if we don't have any updated records, we don't give trip, we suspend them. And the driver's license is valid. And the taxis, generally the drivers also have to have one more requirement called badge and the state permit. I mean, if they are going to Bangalore or Pondicherry, which is another state, the permit, all these credentials are thoroughly checked and updated very frequently. And as I said, the most important thing is the owner come drivers. We take them only. We don't take only drivers. Supposing there is a big fleet operator, let's say he has got 10 vehicles, 20 vehicles, he employs drivers. And the driver maybe is unhappy with his boss, and that anger he will probably show it on my customer. So we make it 100% as a point to take owner come drivers.
Excellent, sir. That's very nice. Now, with regard to any medical emergency, maybe there's a customer's in the car, or maybe the driver itself faces some medical emergency. So then what are the issues in place, or how do you deal with the situation? Do you all have a first aid medical box inside, or you'll have important phone call numbers where you can get assistance, medical help immediately? In case of
every car has a first aid kit. Now that you are mentioning it, we had 2-3 such instances when the customer was suddenly not feeling comfortable. So we went to it was on the highway near Vilupuram. So the the driver immediately rushed them to the best hospital there because they were traveling with family. That was the only thing practically which we could do. And the other thing was, there was one of our drivers who's a Chennai-based driver. He went to Kumbakonam on a trip. He just about dropped the customer and he had a heart issue.
To the customer and one with regard to the driver who was given immediate medical attention, and all of you all came forward and saved both the lives. So, I mean, does your service, does it run through all the 365 days during all seasons?
In one of the neighboring states, our vehicles were stuck and they sneaked back into Tamil Nadu in the middle of the night, fearing the violence. That was one incident I can recall. When there is rain fury or floods or heavy downpour, you take your safety steps. Most importantly, what happened during Corona? Corona, we were shut. I mean, these are all acts of nature. Maybe Corona was a very big experience. Our entire office was shut. Of course, all of us were stuck at home. So that time we were able to provide emergency with all the permits. We were able to provide skeletal services. The entire period our people started adapting and they started working from home. That time only we knew that we could operate this service even without a call center, without a physical office. We were able to keep our employees busy. We were able to pay them 60% of their salary. I mean, when these acts of nature happen, you adapt and you somehow try to survive. But only thing is, as an organization, you tell all your employees and other people that we are there, we will overcome this. What else you can do? I mean,
excellent, sir. I'm proud that you've been sharing something about the COVID time and how you all help your employees to get their salary, at least 60% in their hand. And you all said, like, we are with you. No matter what, we will stand with you. Now, sir, I'd love to know about your transition from being an employee to an employer. From being an employee to becoming an employer, or maybe you can say an entrepreneur. How does that feel? Do you feel on top of the world? Because working under somebody, taking their instructions, like stand, sit, travel here, this is the field work, that is the field work. You've been like around about 3 decades doing all of that. So now you being at the center of your business or the entrepreneurship journey.
35 direct colleagues and we have around 1,000 driver partners. I feel very proud of having done this, though my goal is much larger. Now, only thing which I have learned or which I am practicing as an employer. As an employee, you all undergo stress, unrealistic demands from the organization or your boss. Sometimes, the employer does not keep their commitments in time. All stuff you undergo. Of course, everybody undergoes a lot of challenges and hard hardships as an employee. I had decided right from day one, whatever hardships I had undergone, I will make sure those mistakes don't happen in my organization. For example, we pay the salaries on the last day or the last working day of the current month. For example, September salary will be paid on 30th, not on October 1st. The salary will be paid in the same month. The ESI, the medical, everything will be up to date. No excuse, no provident fund, all the compliances we will do on time. Most importantly, if you allow your people, if you give them room, if you give them space, identify their strengths, give them space and give them broad directions, and don't micromanage. This micromanaging actually even children don't like.
That's true.
So if you give them space, if you know their talents or their inclination, give them space, allow them to make mistakes, make them feel comfortable. Don't give them undue pressure. Set the goals, but then don't give them any pressure. Talk to them with always respect, and most importantly, talk to them as colleagues only. It is not that you are the founder or you have some God-given right. Nothing of that sort. Even today in my office, I don't have a separate cabin. My overall manager, I go and opposite in a plastic chair. So don't practice this bossy culture, which somehow I felt, some of my bosses, maybe inherently I did not like them. So I don't practice it here. Guys, my team, they feel good. வந்தா உடனே எழுந்திருச்சு நிக்கிறது அதெல்லாம் இல்ல. Sit down. So make everybody comfortable, make them do their best.
Hats off to you. I really like this because you really know how it feels if you are being targeted by your superior or your boss and micromanage things. Nobody will like it. You give them some freedom. They're quite mature. They will know how to do it. And I like the way the culture of your organization, as you've shared now, it works for all of them in a very nice way. That I'm not like having a lot of powers with me, or it's like I feel proud of myself or great. I treat them as equals. I treat them as colleagues. That's really nice. Make them feel their importance and their contribution to the organization. That is Drop Taxi. So now there's another question for you. Now, do we have female drivers as well? Because now India has really emerged and has become very progressive, westernized a little bit with regard to women also coming forward and taking part in all fields or all professions, like almost all professions. So have you had any women taxi drivers connected with you, or do you intend to have them in future as well?
Not yet now. See, women taxi drivers, you will find them in intra-city rides, where the distances are small and they get back home in the evening. This is an intercity service. Probably they have to stay elsewhere. Actually, most of the drivers, our current drivers, male drivers, they stay put in the taxi itself. We have not taken women drivers as of now. Maybe we will have to look at it sometime later at the appropriate opportunity.
That's really nice. It's a positive ray of hope for all those women who are learning car driving, and they could use it to their advantage. Because I read somewhere long time ago, I even viewed it on one of the social media handles, that there was a woman who was widowed and she had 3 to 4 children, and she had to really find some source of income for her family, and she took up driving, and she's become very famous. This is one of the incidents in Pakistan that has happened. So if Pakistan can give importance to a woman driver like that, I think India also should come forward and encourage even women, such that safety and security is for one and all, and equal employment opportunities for everyone, irrespective of gender. Now, sir, is there any age criteria for the drivers to, come in. If at all there are somebody who's looking at this beautiful session and they would love to connect with you, because the various things that you shared today as to how you treat your employees and how you deal with the various situations, if they are impressed with it and they'd love to connect with you or take up a franchisee from you, like, how would you like to explain that?
See, the minimum age requirement to get a license is 18 years. So many of our drivers are in the age profile between 25 to 50 max. After 50, 55, people generally, it is a very strenuous profession, especially driving in the traffic with all concentration. The minimum age requirement obviously is 18, number one. And to answer your the other question, like franchisee, we are not into the franchisee model now. We are not looking at the franchisee model also right now.
Yes, sir. Thank you for clarifying on that. Now, how do you deal with competition? That is for every entrepreneur out there, competition. Now, how are you targeting this difficult one?
Competition, we are actually now scratching on the surface, to my mind, as far as our line of business is concerned. Because people still don't know that there is a one way to get a drop, you can pay only one-way fare. So the universe is big. So I can make the pie, we can go on making the pie bigger and bigger. So I am not looking at competition. The competition is the universe. The more people I reach, we will continue to grow. That is the way I'm looking at it right now. Coming to competition, I have a different kind of a competition, which you will be very surprised to know. Drop taxi as a word and the logo which is there in the background, these are all both registered trademarks of ours. We have a copyright. But then there is so much of violation. There are around 70, 80 clone companies using the name Drop Taxi. Tamil Nadu Drop Taxi, Marina Drop Taxi, SK Drop Taxi. There are 79, 80 companies. If you go and search in Google, everybody registers a website and then they start advertising. And some of our good customers also, they don't remember the website name or maybe the call center number. They go and search in Google and they get directed to one of the clone sites. And some of them, they got cheated. We as an organization, we never take any advance money from the customer. In fact, we don't collect any money whatsoever from the customer. All the money is settled to the driver only directly. So our competition is these clones. Incidentally, 1 year back, we went to Madras High Court with our patent and we filed a case against all these duplicate companies. We got interim injunction, but then the permanent injunction is awaited. After that, we have to enforce the same to protect our rights. So our competition is in a different set of competitors.
I get that. Thank you for sharing that. It's an eye-opener for all others as well, to be very safe. If at all you have something that is unique and innovative, see that it is registered in the right way, and then no one can take away your, rights. Like, you are the owner of it, you are the innovator of that particular brand. That's really interesting. So before we sum up, do you have anything to share that I didn't ask you? Like, I didn't focus on that particular part. You wanted to share it, but it skipped off my mind. If you'd like to share that, please do share it with us.
We are a Government of India recognized startup and Confederation of Indian Industry and Federation of Indian Commerce, Chamber of Commerce and Industry, FICCI, both have awarded us as one of the best startups.
Wow,
this is one thing which I wanted to share with you.
Oh, great. Congratulations. That's interesting. Congratulations. We wish you many more happiness. I mean, lots of happiness and success on this beautiful journey. We'd love to see you rise high and shine above and reach out to many more people.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Most welcome, sir. Thank you so much. Towards the end, we put in a little request to all our celebrities and guests to share with us 3 magical words Apart from please, sorry, and thank you, you could share any 3 words with us as a parting gift to the International Fab Talks.
Keep at it.
Would you like to repeat that once again for us?
Keep at it.
Keep at it. I mean, continue the journey. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep going. You will definitely succeed.
Keep going.
At it. That's really nice. Thank you so much, sir. Stay blessed. Romba romba nandri.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. My dear friends, with this, we'd like to come to an end to the International Fab Talks for today. If you like what the International Fab Talk team is doing, connecting with the right kind of unsung heroes, with the right kind of people, and requesting them to share their time on the International Fab Talks to inspire you, to make you understand that life is beautiful. No matter how many hard times or difficult situations you face in life, life is worth living if you have beautiful dreams and passion to follow. So continue this beautiful journey and keep inspiring people, just like our guest has been doing that for us today. He's none other than Mr. SRINIVASAN Krishnaswamy, lovingly called as Krish or Drop Taxi Srinivas, if I'm not mistaken. Stay blessed and stay connected. And above all, don't forget to love your family, protect your family, take the right kind of transportation which benefits you. For example, Drop Taxi is one such transportational business where you can connect with them and save the environment as well according to your own capacity. Maybe it could be plant a tree on your birthday or stop someone from cutting down a tree. Save lives and save the world. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.